Hey, good morning, Cherry Bombin. How you doing? Nancy, good morning. Ash, good morning. Kansas, good morning. What the oh, that's right. My alerts. Oh, well, it's gonna be those for a little while. It's Christmas. Guess who finished Four Swords Adventures for the first time yesterday? Nice. Let's go, Panda. Cattery, happy Christmas. Manda with the 26 months. I'm gonna have to get used to those alerts. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Oh, does that mean that they changed my alerts too on TikTok? Ooh, let's find out. But yeah, in December, I got a little festive. You're gonna see this all December. And me wearing my my Majora's Mask Christmas hat. I'm not going to start it on challenge mode. What this means is that we're probably not going to see seized constructs on the starting island, which is fine. The reason why I'm not going to do New Game Plus is I want to force me to have to do things in the game, right? I want to do all the temples. I want to do a bunch of shrines. I don't know if we have to necessarily do all shrines, but I want to do them. I want to get my batteries up. We are going to play a proper playthrough of this, but I want to explore because they've added in a new types of Hinoxes. All the bosses, right? All the mini bosses, they've added new types of them there. So new type of Hinox, new type of Gleox, Taloses, Stalnoxes, etc., Froxes, all of that shit. There's new of those. There's a new Lionel boss, from what I've been told, that I need to find. There's a new armor set. There's some new shit in here. So this is the one, like the mod that I was messing around with the gold enemies. This is this, but they just finally released 1.0 yesterday. I'm very excited. Very excited. And welcome in everybody over on TikTok. Let's do this. So yeah, we're not going to do New Game Plus. We are playing on the mod developers recommended settings though. So I'm not going to be able to eat raw food. My flurry rushes are going to be greatly hampered. I.e., like, you'll see. You waited for 1.0 and the waiting was worth it? Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, the regular version was interesting, but like when the mod developer came in my stream last week and was telling me about this, I was like, so ready. My body is ready. I got my Majora's Mask Christmas hat. I got my fucking coffee cup. I'm good. Nobody cares, Zelda. Hey, Abby, thank you so much. Hey, good morning, Lauren. How you doing? Abby, did you see my message in Dungeons and Durglins? The Lionel will still be here. I heard they moved the location. They moved the Lionel up on the sky. They said they moved some Lionels around. I don't know if they moved the Sky Island Lionel or not. I'm curious because that Sky Island Lionel outside that, like the position where it was there was like pretty brutal. There was a couple better spots they could have had the Lionel.
We'll keep going. With it coming up from beneath.
Yeah. Nobody. Zelda. Nobody cares. You sure did. Nice. You're excited. Nice. Yeah. Let me know what you guys decide. I was gonna be like, it's gonna be tonight, but then I realized, like, wait, like some people have scheduling issues. I know Chloe tends to be a busy individual, so I was like, that's not fair for me to demand today. So like, yeah, you guys figure out what works best for you guys this week, because I've got the general idea, and that's mostly what I wanted at this point, and I can flesh out the rest of it with you guys. Okay, those alerts didn't change. I went full. I got a Christmas theme on TikTok and on Twitch, so both you guys get a different one too. I keep forgetting to change the audios. I really need to change the audio on the alerts for my Christmas theme on Twitch, because they're just the stock alert sounds, and now that I've not used stock alert sounds for so long, I'm kind of like snobby about it, I guess. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh man, every time I hear it, because I'm that kind of person now. Gummies harder to snag? True. You love the Christmas vibes? Yeah, I do it every December. It's like, I don't know, it's fun for me. And it's easy. Like, all I did was I set my my lights to Christmas tree. I have my little Zelda Christmas hat that Zilly got me a while ago, and I'm like, I can reuse the candles. Candles are Christmassy, which is perfect. And then I just have these, like the thing on TikTok was a completely like I was just like, what am I gonna do? And TikTok was like, do you want a Christmas theme? And I was like, son, done, sold. Like sold, dude. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna see the statues and then we're gonna do the Lionel fight. Yeah. Uh-huh. I am PJ. I am. What's up? How you doing? I hope you guys all had a good holiday. For those of you that celebrated the holidays last week. You're bored all week? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'm back now. I got to see my family. I got to see my sister and my mom and my dad and my grandma, my uncle. All right, there's him. Hi, you fucker. There we go. Ooh. Oh yeah, the game lets you fucking parry with the Master Sword. I backflipped, but okay. Disagree. Timing's a little off. Early. I was late. Damn. I gotta get my timing back down because I know the timing when you do it on the emulator is a little different. Disagree. Oh, I crouched. Damn. What? Where was my dodge? I'm trying to flurry rush him. Don't you hate when your timing's just off? So like you're getting the actual dodge, but you're not getting like the flurry rush. Still pregnant? You hosted Thanksgiving? Oh, nice. Yeah, we hosted Friendsgiving the Sunday before we left, and I cooked a turkey. Did I just hit him twice? Did that flurry rush just hit him twice? Oh god. You're too slow, dude. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. No, okay, 3. I tricked myself out for a second because I knew it's supposed to be 3. Hiya!
You're not hurt, are you, Link?
Oh, damn it. I have to... I hate that I have to do this. Stupid Twitch.
Look at these murals.
Hey, Pretty Bird, thank you so much.
The royal family include stories of a great war fought long ago.
Yeah, but I mean, cooking turkey's easy. You just gotta know how to do it. And my way that I always do, my go-to way to make sure that you always get a juicy bird is I brine it, and then I spatchcock it, and then it doesn't matter what you do after that. And we put that to the test because I roasted mine on Friendsgiving. And spatchcocking is you cut the spine out and then you break the breastbone so that the bird lays more flat and cooks more evenly. And then you tuck the wings and the drummies in. But what was I gonna say? Oh, it doesn't matter which way you do it because like we roasted it here, and then at my sister's house, my brother-in-law smoked it. Like he threw it on a smoker for like at like 2. He said I think he said he had it at 2:30, and he did it for like a few hours. But it was perfect. Perfect. Call. First try, damn right. You pour beer on the bottom of the pan. Nice. So it steams the underparts. I love that. I am Tim. Yes, thank you for welcoming me back, dude. How you doing, King? Spatchcocking is your favorite way to cook poultry, but mostly because of the name. I know, right? You giggle every time you say it, and people are like, why are you saying that? And it's like it's an actual culinary term. I giggled the first time I heard it. Like, all right, class, today we're going to teach you about spatchcocking. Something funny, and I was like, yeah, spatchcocking. How you been, dude? Hope you had a good holiday. Your brother did a 3-day brine, spatchcock, and compound butter under the skin, then smoked it. Best turkey you ever had? Bet, yup. Yup. I asked my sister if she wanted me to make her a compound butter to put under the turkey skin, but then they decided, like, man, it'll be fine. And my brother did a really good job smoking it, so the smoke flavor was just like, it was beautiful. It's your first day back to work after 3 weeks off. Damn. Sounds like something to do with a spatula, spatchcocking. So you take either a knife, or if you have really good strong kitchen shears, you could do the kitchen shears. But you flip the bird breast side down, and you remove the spine. You cut up the sides of the spine and pull it out. Then you flip the bird over, and you kind of open it up a little bit and set it down on your cutting board, and then give it a chest compression like you're giving it CPR until you break it. Like you want to drive your palm right down all the way into the cutting board. And then your bird will lay nice and flat. You just kind of tuck the wings in a little bit so they don't stick out and burn. And then you tuck the drummies in against the body. Season the piss out of it like you would whatever the way you would. If you want to throw herbs under it, you can throw herbs under it. You want to put butter under the skin. It doesn't matter after that point. It'll cook. The turkey will have more surface area, and it'll cook more evenly. And you won't get that awkward, like, you know, that spot where, like, when you really roast the whole turkey in the bottom of it, it's like soggy and the skin's kind of rubbery because that's where it was like resting and it didn't get a chance to get like a nice roast on the top or something like that. You don't get that either. Shut up, Mercerdorf. Nobody cares. Morning, Larabis. You can't find your computer to come back with Prime? Oh no, Snuggles. It's okay. You're just being suggestive. That one went right over me until you explained that last part, and I was like, oh, I see what you were doing there. I see what you were doing there. Is this randomized? No. So this is even better. This is the full release of challenge mode, the challenge mode mod. What that means is, remember that mod I was playing a little while back that had like the gold enemies and it had the seized constructs and all that stuff? Well, that was the beta 0.5 version. And then I went on. The most recent one I was playing was 0.6, and they had released that like 2.5-3 months ago. And now this is as of yesterday, this 1.0 released, and they added in a bunch of extra content. They fixed a bunch of bugs and stuff. I'm very excited. Challenge mode rumors. Yo, Laramis gifting the tier 1 to Snuggles. Snuggles, you've been liberated from the ads by our bud Laramis. Laramis, thank you for liberating Snuggles from those nasty ads. You so excited for this in Baldur's Gate 3? Dude, now that the update that came out for Baldur's Gate 3, so now you've got like the full cross-platform play with Baldur's Gate 3, right? You can play with friends that are on, your Xbox buddy can play with his buddy that's playing on PlayStation. PC can play with any of the, everything's cross-play now, which is cool. And then on top of that, they added in some of my favorite archetypes. They added in the Hexblade Warlock. They added in the Swashbuckler Rogue. So I can make one of my favorite D&D characters that I play in my tabletop games. I can now actually make the real version of him in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm so excited. And I'm going to mess around with the mods a little bit. Maybe just mostly visual mods. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it hasn't been added yet? I thought it was. Oh, patch 8 isn't out yet. Oh, when does it come out? When does patch 8 come out? I thought it was already out. How the heck do you mod this? You're about to dive deep into it. I can't explain that on my stream. That would get that's how you get in trouble with Nintendo. But what I can tell you is Google is a wonderful resource. And if a dum-dum like me was able to figure it out using Google, anybody can. Because when it comes to like computer stuff and modding things and all this other shit, I'm really dumb when it comes to that stuff. So if I was able to figure it out that way, anybody can. But for legal purposes, I can't explain how I did it. What I can explain is that I dumped my game files, which Nintendo still says is like, you know, bad, but I did not pirate anything. These are all my game files. Why did the tongs reject the kitchen shears? Why? Patch 7 came out in September. Yeah, when's patch 8 coming out though? I've been seeing all the stuff for it. Hold on. Let's look this up real quick. Cuz I guarantee it'll tell us. When does patch 8 come out, BG3? Oh, it's coming out in 2025? What? Oh, man. Okay, well, you know, we've got time. I thought it was out. I was seeing fucking things for it on TikTok from Larian, like Larian's official TikTok. That's why I was like, oh, is it out? Woof. They've referred to spatchcock. Okay, so it's just listed at 2025. That's got to be early 2025. That's got to be early 2025 since there are like Larian was already showing like it was there. Like I double checked to make sure it was, because like, you know, people make fake TikTok accounts and then when you go to like the page it's like fan account or shit like that. I double checked to make sure it wasn't a Larian fan account and it was a Larian's official account. They put out like showing like all this shit and I was like so I thought it was out. Damn. All right, make your choice. What's rumor 1? The anger of the Demon King. Rumors say an ancient item wreaking the rage of the Demon King. Wreaking the rage of the Demon King? Rumors say an ancient item I'm guessing wreaking of the rage of the Demon King lies somewhere in the surrounding area of Hyrule Castle. Said to hold enough power to kill most of the living beings in one use. What? So there's a Demon King item that can one-hit most things, and it's near Hyrule Castle? Okay. Okay. You gonna name your next dog Spatchcock? Thank you for the follow, sweetie. Hello. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, the MN? How you doing, man? Welcome in. All right, so what's rumor 2? Demon King's flying mount? It is said that when he was not using his black stallion, the Demon King used to mount a gigantic dragon-like creature to terrorize Hyrule inhabitants. Rumors say that it is a common ancestor of all the other dragon-like creatures of this world, and that its elemental abilities could rival, even outshine the 3 great dragons' powers. An immense threat that would have been reborn recently and may threaten newfound peace in the kingdom. So did they add a boss? Did they add a custom dragon boss fight in? Did they add a custom dragon boss? Shut the fuck up. Experimental Zonai build. It said that the Zonai had managed to accumulate an insane amount of power in the body of a single construct. It was able of incredible physical feats, but the project was apparently discontinued due to an erratic behavior and instability. It was able of incredible physical feats. Thought to be lost, rumors say the Demon King's army found its remnants and the Forbidden Project has been revived. It's best to consider the Demon King now has a very dangerous gloom-corrupted construct at his orders. Okay. So there's another construct boss fight that's going to be tougher. Oh, wow, there's a lot of rumors. Hey, what's up, Park? How you doing? I said the name correct. Most streamers just say your name is them. Well, like the was very big. I almost said them, but I was like, no, I know it's not them. Them's like an easy way out. And, yo, Z Park, thank you for the prime. Not to be using mail escort distribution service dispatch. Is this on a hacked switch? I'm playing this on my computer, but I had to get all this through a hacked switch. My hacked switch, yes. Correct. I'm not allowed to. Yes, I know, Preston. Trying to figure out how to do fun shit with this game so you can keep playing it. All I can say is Google, man. Google has the answers for everything. Ooh, thank you for the hydrated hydrate. And thank you for the follow, dude.
Thank
you. Cock Zumba, thank you for the follow. The Queen of the Desert. Some Hyruleans may remember the variant of the Molduga, the Moldu King, that proclaimed himself the king of his species. After his defeat, thanks to the hero of the wild, the desert sandworms remained without any kingship. Rumors say that the Moldu King may have had a relationship with another female Molduga. Special among them, immune to electricity. She's said to be enraged after the loss of her partner. Immune to electricity, nice, no cheesies. Yo, Carly, what the 21-month resub? Carly, thank you so much for 21 months of support, dude. Thank you. No more Skyrim? No, we're not. So, Che, what's going on is Challenge Mode 1.0 dropped yesterday. So we're playing Challenge Mode. I'm so excited to play this. I'm adding an extra day of stream in a week. I was getting bored on Saturdays. So I'm going to stream Monday through Saturday now. And on Saturdays, we're picking back up Skyrim. So Skyrim's going to be on Saturdays for the time being because I was still having a lot of fun playing that. So Saturdays are essentially going to be whatever the hell I want to play. But I do want to continue playing Skyrim, so we'll be playing Skyrim on Saturdays. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be dope, dude. They added a lot of shit. The Impregnable Fortress. It is said that somewhere in the land of Hyrule lies a gigantic rock-like monster, a primitive ancestor to all stone taluses. It shared its exceptional hardness with some of its elemental properties to them, reportedly. Now, that would be an insane boss fight. What if you had a talus that was like one of the what if one of the mountains was a talus and it starts marauding towards somewhere, so you gotta like climb the talus, and inside the talus is the dungeon itself, and you got to figure out how to stop the giant talus before it, like, that would be a sick dungeon, dude. Some elite minions of the Demon King, the best archers of his army, made it their impregnable fortress. All right, so it's just a special Talos boss with bokoblins on it, probably. The Millennial Matriarch. Rumors say that all Phroxes originate from one single motherly being, keeping giving birth. It keeps giving birth to more than a giant frog apiece. She said it still await the hero of the wild's venue who reportedly slayed some of her children. Her surprising agility, considering her size, would make her a formidable foe should anyone dare approach her. Oh, so she got more jumpies. So these are the unique extra bosses that they were talking about. The Giant King's heir. This enormous beast is said to have been living where its father once sat at one of the peaks of the depths. Although its laziness is reportedly enough to ignore the sound of Farron's most powerful thunderstorms, disturbing the beast in his sleep could very well seal the fate of fortunate visitor. Its horn is said to be harder than diamonds themselves. Make a choice. The Demon King's lieutenants. It is said that during the Demon King's short reign era, he was helped by terrifying beasts leading the battles. Each one being the embodiment of his minion species. 6 in number, they helped him terrorize the pillaging Hyrule. Rumors say that they would still live here, although in dormant state, weakened and not in their peak form. However, they would stay formidable and dangerous foes, so powerful, blah, 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 blah. Okay. One Tim to another, good luck. Oh, we're gonna be fine. This time I didn't put it on New Game Plus. I didn't put it on New Game Plus because I didn't want myself to speedrun it, because essentially, you guys know me, like, I figure out ways to kill things, and they did get rid of so one thing they got rid of was if you drown a seized construct or if you drown a gold enemy, they don't drop their items. But The second you get your hand on one of those things, the game gets super easy that early. And so I feel like the one thing that I didn't like was that then the only thing that's difficult at that point suddenly is just those unique enemies. Pardon me, the gold enemies and the seized enemies. So then the rest of the game becomes kind of trivial. So I'm playing not new game to force me to explore around, check everything out, and then eventually... and then we'll get to those things, because I want to see the stuff that they added in too. I want to see I want to find the unique enemies. I want to do all that shit. You know what I mean? And we've seen the gold enemies. The gold enemies look great. We've seen the seized enemies. The seized enemies look great too. But I want to check everything out. I don't want to speed run the playthrough. I want it like these guys worked super hard on this mod, and I want to give it the respect that it deserves. And I want to give it the attention that it deserves, despite the fact that I've played through this game so many times. You know what I mean? My hat's giving Christmas Wizard vibes. Dude, this hat, I love this hat. It's my favorite Christmas hat because it is Majora's Mask Christmas hat. I wear it every Christmas. Well, not Christmas, but around Christmas time I wear it. You know. I love this hat. Do I upload my VODs anywhere? I do. If you go into the link tree in my bio, you'll see my YouTube, and I'm mind you, like my VODs, I upload them in pieces and edited so that it's not like, because I stream like 7-8 hours a day, so like, you know, a 7-8 hour YouTube video, nobody's gonna sit down and watch a fucking 7-8 hour YouTube video. So one of my mods, Manda, breaks the videos down and edits out little things here and there, like, you know, when I walk away to go use the bathroom, or like if I ramble about something that has nothing to do with the game for like 10 minutes, which happens sometimes. Shit like that. And I think right now I'm getting ready to upload my Link Between the Link Between Worlds, the first Breath of the Wild playthrough, and then I forget where else we're at, but we're still working our way through the subathon. How's Zilly feeling? Zilly's feeling better. Zilly was really sick a couple days ago, and then Zilly's in that phase of being sick where you're feeling better and you're getting over it, but you're clearing everything out, so it sounds worse than it is. You know what I mean? Where you're just like hacking up phlegm and coughing a bunch. Like that's where Zilly's at. But Zilly feels much better aside from the, you know, the phlegm. Mod or a real thing in game is a mod. I wish this was a real thing in the game. Yeah, this is the challenge mode mod. They did amazing with this. And Big Sag right now, I tried getting my 2 PC setup figured out and going, but I wasn't confident in the other computer, and I also need to get another I got to get something for my internet connections set up here. So I'm going to be delaying the 2 PC setup, but I just got to get a few things, and I'm going to keep messing around with it because I do want to get it set up. And then once I get it set up, I'll be able to play this at higher resolution. Well, I could try playing it at a higher resolution right now. We turned the resolution down because it was crashing. I was hoping to hit that. You can hit those. Yeah, you know what? Let me see real quick. Doc's a little better, but no, you know what? We'll leave it at native. We'll leave it at native. I don't want to. Fuck it. No, I want it to be pretty.
Thank you.
Am I gonna 100% this? No. We're not gonna 100% it. I don't give a fuck about getting all of the named locations, and I don't care about getting all the Koroks. We are gonna check everything out that the mod has, though. I've 100%ed tiers twice. I don't need to. And like the tedious part about 100%ing tiers is the map itself. Is 100%ing the map. And it's not even the Koroks. Like the funny thing is, it's not the Koroks. It's the named location. There are more named Is it a little framey? Like it looks nice, but is it a little framey compared to the other one? I feel like it's a little framey compared to the native. Here, hold on a second. Let's go back to native. It's so when I dual stream, it kind of like bogs it down a little bit because the streaming partially goes through the graphics card as well, which is why I need to get the 2 PC setup going. But I gotta order something. I gotta order a splitter for my internet because I thought I had 2 inputs on my thing, and I do not. I have 1. Is there only 1 stick? What the fuck? I need more than 1 stick. What? Yeah, I need like 3 sticks to fight that guy. There's 1. I feel like it feels like it's about the same. Yeah, whatever. Yo, John, thank you for the follow. How am I playing Zelda on PC? I dumped my game file. So I modded I had an old Switch. I modded it. I dumped my game file into my PC. And I'm playing it that way. As for the process, I can't explain that. Maybe I should have started this off in New Game Plus. What do you guys think? It's early. Should I go back and start it off in New Game Plus? Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah? What's my favorite song? Like, in general? I don't know if I have a favorite song in particular. Thank you, thank you. Nice hat, thank you. We've unlocked a new character, Christmas Tim? Yes. Where's the challenge in that? I'm doing good, John. Thank you. Is this the new one? Yes. Yes, Big Daddy Queeps. This is the new challenge mode. Yeah, it's the new challenge mode. This is the 1.0. Should I? Yeah, you know what? I will go back and put a New Game Plus, maybe. What do you guys think? Should I go back? Should I go back and do New Game Plus? Or let it ramp up on its own? Yeah, New Game Plus. Hey, what's up, Lauren? You think it's fine? Yeah, I think it'll be okay. It'll incentivize us to get some temples done. I sound like I do because I kind of do, because like that first guy not being too difficult, I was like, You know what I mean? Let it cook. You love challenge mode? Me too. Well, the one thing I wasn't expecting... Ooh, let me get that off there. Sarah, thank you for the fest burst, dude. And Jordan, thank you for the heart me. The one thing I wasn't expecting was the one horn construct. So we'll see. If it's no more one horn construct when we go down further, then I'm cool with it. Like if we get into the level 2 constructs, then that means that it's at least bumped everything up 1 like I want it to. In which case then I'm fine. But if it doesn't do that, then we might go to New Game Plus. How does that sound? Vic, thank you for the follow. Because if it treats it like master mode, then I'll be cool with it. Like maybe that was just the one normal construct, you know what I'm saying? We'll find out down here because now there's gonna be, oh shit, don't hit the, now there's gonna be 3 constructs down here. Okay, no, we're cool. Yeah. Never mind, we're good. Because he's a tier 2 already. He's a tier 2. Beautiful. What's up, homie? The one nice thing about sticks is they break on the 4th swing. Oh no! But he backed up. He backed up. Yo, what's up, man? Good morning, little scraps. How you doing, man? Hey, what's up, Tommy? Yeah, okay. So we're good then. We're good. Never mind. That the one tier 1 construct had me a little worried. Everybody's going to be bumped up a little. Everybody's going to be bumped up a little bit. So it's not going to be right off the bat. It's not going to be like, holy fuck. Oh, man. Which I'm fine with that. Because the problem with that is my dumbass will sit there and fight the same one dude for 4 hours to finally beat him. And then when I do, now I've got, you know, a god tier weapon. In early game, and then the game suddenly isn't hard. How you doing? Oh shit. I threw it out the window. How did the fuck? No, it came out. Yeah, no, it came out yesterday. I just ruined someone's day on the surface. Oh yeah, dude. Like, there's somebody down there just like, oh yeah, you know, honey. Look, I finally went out and did what you asked me to do. Hi.
I did make a lot of sauce last night.
I did.
This was a fresh.
I know, because the first I made the little bit and then I realized it was too much, so I added more to try to like, oh, maybe I just need to add more to cut it, and we'll just save it. And then it was still too strong, and I was like, okay, I'm not adding any more, so I'm gonna take a little bit out and then cut that and then put the rest away as like a sauce, like a dip concentrate. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I pulled it out and I was like,
Holy shit.
this was brand new.
Yeah, I know. That was not my intention, I promise.
Okay.
I underestimated the seasonings. Yeah. I'm only doing this so I don't have to do all that bullshit again. What's up, Wally? There we go. Break it. Anybody in the market for 2 mischievous tuxedo cats? No, I got 3 cats of my own that give a big enough pain in my ass. There we go. And they're each a pain in the ass in a different way, too. Like, Midna likes to chew on strings, so, like, all the blinds in our house are ruined. And we have to hide hair ties or she'll eat them and then puke them up. Margot just randomly throws up. She's one of those cats that's like, you know, like eats too fast, and the next thing you know, she's just like, blah, and you're like, God damn it. And Miri likes to splash water. which with wood floors can really fuck up our wood floors. So like we have to be careful about leaving the dog's water out. Otherwise, like I've woken up and like just seen like a massive puddle of water on the floor and just being like, God damn it. They'd have to be pried from your cold dead hands anyways. That's fair. Yeah, you know, it's like they piss you off. It's like God, you pissed me off, but you're mine, so like whatever. Like I signed up for this. Hold on. We're gonna go for it. You ready? He shoots! Ah! Yo, what a throw. Wait, is that the one I was using? No. All right, man, let's do this. Are you a seized? No, you're okay, you're a regular. So, and if this was like freaking if this was New Game Plus, that guy down there would have been a seized construct, and he would have, oh god, he would have already ran us down. I jumped! Oh, come on! Your sister's asshole of a cat will take apart the water fountain they have and tip shit over. Yup. Miri likes to knock things off of places and then play with them. Is there a challenge mode in base game you don't see it? No. No, this is modded. Yeah, sadly, this is modded. This is not base game. What? Where? Wait, what? Oh, that's why I'm facing the wrong way. I got turned around. Long stick. Nice. Do boop 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 doo. Oh, are you serious? Well, that sucks. This is not good. Ah, whatever. Hey, what's up, Master Sergeant? Welcome back, man. How you doing? That time I got screwed over by the boulder. The boulder was conflicted. Your house dog sitting for your uncle this week, so you get to have doggy snuggles? Nice. Ooh, thank you.
I went a little heavy on the soy sauce because I underestimated how full it was.
That's okay. It's fine. I love you.
Love you too, enjoy.
Oh, I will. Thank you. Yes, they're perfect. Zilly made me rice and eggies. I hope they gave themselves enough rice. All this copacetic. When Zilly's getting over being a little sick. Other than that, everything's fine. How are your holidays, Master Sergeant? What? Bro. How did that backfire again? There we go. Oh, I tried to jump. Which challenge mode? Challenge mode mod is like master mode on Breath of the Wild. It increases all the difficulty of the enemies by 1. It adds in a gold tier of enemies. It adds in seized constructs. And it adds in new variants to all the mini bosses, as well as some other balances to the game and shit. It's real cool. A lot of fun. How is that not killing him? Dude, that's bogus as shit. Oh, I thought I could get the swing off.
Thank you.
Yep. Yo, thank you for the follow, dude. Yeah, this is awesome. If I can just get that boulder to do its damn job. I don't know why it didn't kill him the last 2 times. There we go. Now does he go a little further? No. No, climb, you idiot. Yeah, whatever. No. You fucker. I jumped. God damn it, I jumped. As a relatively inexperienced gamer, it's so helpful to see really good players die in game over and over and be totally unbothered by it. I mean, that's part of it. You have to like when you go into a game knowing that you're playing it at a more difficult version of it that it wasn't intended to be played as, or like when you're playing a harder kind of game, like say like a FromSoft game or something like that, like a game that's designed to be difficult, or like say a competitive game even too. Like, you have to go in there with the mindset that, like, you're going to go down, and you're going to go down quite a few times, and it's okay, because it's all a learning experience. Like, I see what I was doing wrong with the boulder. Because I was pushing it to the left, it wasn't going down with the right velocity, so I got to do it like this. Oh, and I fucked it up. So, now the fight's going to be harder for me, because right now I'm fighting guys that I shouldn't even be seeing yet, right? Until, like, I get off the island. Because I have sticks, I don't have a glider, I don't have a shield even yet. I'm not going to get a shield till I fight the guy up there, who's probably going to be upgraded to a captain. 3, 4, 5. Oh, what? I didn't think that was going to reach me. Oh, fucker. You get a shelter, baby? No. Yeah, so it's okay. It's like, it's okay to have that happen, especially if you're in a tricky part. Like, God, wait till we get to the Lionel fight. Mind you, I could just run past these guys. But I don't want to. Because now I got a score to settle. No, that went the wrong way. Oh no, it's good. What? I'll take it. You went from Pokemon to Breath of the Wild and it felt like a total failure and gave up. You picked up Tears of the Kingdom. It's been so much better after watching streamers normalize regular gameplay. Oh yeah, man. Like, the trick is, I'll teach you the secret to being good at games. And it's real. It's not easy, but literally every person is capable of doing it. The trick to being good at games is being tenacious. Right? It's right here, for example, right? I could have been like, screw this. I could have ran the long way around. I could have like climbed up there, ran around over there, cut across, and avoided these guys, and then just moved on with the gameplay, right? And mind you, did I get a freebie by nailing him with the boulder just now? Fuck yeah. I'll take a freebie. But the point is instead of getting frustrated and giving up, if you stick to it, you'll eventually figure it out. And all those times that you go down, that you die because of the game, are also times that you're learning, right? Like, it's like, oh man, I see what I did wrong here. I got greedy and I went for this one swing when I shouldn't have. Or like, here, I know better than to try to flurry rush him too early because he's going to power through a flurry rush. Or he's going to power through, yeah. Exactly. Like when I flurry rushed him before and he was doing his combo, he just kept going with the spin through the flurry rush. So like, I got to be careful about that. Now I think that's the last one. I'm going to have to jump one more time. Cool. So see, now we learn. That's how, damn it. And then I fuck up. But that's how we get better, right? We get better by trying again. And that's all it is. And a lot of times I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of like streamers, you know, they did a lot of shit off stream to look better on stream, because there's A, an expectation of streamers, and then B, there's entire groups of people that just love to see streamers fail. And so it can be a lot of pressure, especially like for people with massive audiences. Like I couldn't imagine, you know, having like a massive fucking audience and then, you know, having to deal with a major group of them literally just there to see you fail and to like put you down for it and shit. So it could be a lot of pressure, I get that, but yeah, I mean, it's just about not giving up. At the end of the day, it's just a game. You know, and any mistake you make while playing the game, it's only a mistake if you don't learn from it. You know what? Because you're gonna get got. You're gonna get ganged up on by enemies. You're gonna get outmaneuvered. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna make a stupid little mistake and just get one tapped, like I just did, where I almost had the whole fight over, and then I just fucked up, and now here I am. Ow! I tried to jump. So yeah. So I'll tell you right now, the first time I played Breath, like when Breath of the Wild first came out, the first time I played it, I was not destroying Lynels. I was not wrecking Guardians. I was running from Guardians. I was, you know, fighting Lynels in really inefficient ways and just trying to brute force through them and stuff like that. Like, I was not good at this game when it first came out. Or this game, Tears I was, because I'd, you know, played a lot of Breath. But, you know, I got better just through playing and playing and playing and dying a lot. Nope. Beautiful. No, he's not gonna go all the way down. If only I had Fuse. Alright, come on. Off-stream practice is definitely a thing. The funny thing is, I don't because when I'm off stream, I don't like playing the game that I'm streaming. If I'm playing a game off stream, I'm playing something completely different. Either it's something with like people in the community, or it's something that I've been playing, wanting to play on my own or whatever. Like lately off stream, I've been playing modded Fallout 4. And that's been entirely because of playing Skyrim. And I didn't want to play Skyrim off stream because I'm streaming it for you guys. So I was like, what's the closest thing to Skyrim that I can play? And I was like, well, I'll play Fallout 4. Oh, he followed through. I didn't think he was going to follow. God damn it. I keep getting so close. You grew up watching your brother and you thought he ever died. So when you started, you had massive feelings of inadequacy. Was it your older brother? Because all that happened was your older brother sucked before you were old enough to remember. And so at that point, then he was like, haha, let me show off to you because you've never played any of this shit before. And I know I'm better. Yeah, it's the sibling dynamic. Modded Fallout 4. Oh my God, Fallout 4 is awesome. Oh, I love Fallout 4, man. And because I'm doing it off stream and I just felt like it for funsies, I'm definitely doing like a power trip on it. Like I found a mod that, because like the one thing the mod argues is like it doesn't make sense that your character in Fallout 4 is like what a soldier and like the wife's a lawyer or some shit. Like you have these very capable people as starting characters, and the game gives them the same starting characters as the 18-year-old who doesn't know a damn thing about anything other than what he learned in the vault from Fallout 3, right? Like you have the same stats as like that inept kid as a veteran. So it makes no sense. So they give you more points to start with, and a few abilities off the bat that you would have had from like your military training and shit like that or whatever. So I thought it was really cool. And a bunch of other like crazy shit I threw in there. You also love New Vegas? I do too. That's why I'm excited about fucking Avowed, because it's made by the same people. And it's in the game world that they made too, so it's not like think about it like this. Like think about it like this. Like when they did what they did with Fallout New Vegas, that was in, Bethesda's game. Right? That was in Bethesda's game in that world that they did. Avowed is in the Pillars of Eternity world, which Pillars of Eternity is an Obsidian game. Back off. No, I was targeting the wrong person! Okay. Hey, Odin Killer, how you doing, bro? Dude, I was just thinking about you the other day. I was like, he's got to have been busy. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you doing, bro? Good to see you. I hope you had a good holiday with your family, man. Hey, Sean, I had an amazing Thanksgiving. Not only did I have a great Thanksgiving with my family, I had an amazing Friendsgiving with some friends as well. Before that, so like, yeah. It was a nice, like, that was the longest I've had off in ages. And I mean, fuck, like that was 9 days off, but like I got to see a lot of great people, and it did me good right here. Oh, I had an amazing holiday too, Odin Killer, man. It's good to see you, bro. Older brother, he just started with Mario on the SNES and Zelda on the Game Boy, so you remember he had already figured out. Oh yeah, no, that, he totally just like was showing off. Oh, I jumped! No, you fucker! I jumped! Damn it. I've got to get past this bullshit. I can't believe this is tying me up right now. We're not even at the Lionel yet. Unless they move that Lionel. Oh. No, no worries, Odin. I knew a lot of the times when you were busy, you were able to come in the evenings too, near the end of the subathon. So, but good news, I'm slightly changing my schedule again. I'm adding in a stream, so now the schedule is Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. The corporate network blocks TikTok. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. You suck at flurry rushing? I mean, I'm supposedly good at flurry rushing, and as you can see, I'm having a hard time right now. But yeah, man, it's good to see you, dude. I'm glad you're doing all right. But yeah, this is, Odin, this is the full release 1.0 of challenge mode. So we're doing a fresh playthrough. Not New Game Plus. I want to give it a full, honest playthrough. You love the festive vibes? Thank you, Lily. You love this game? Me too, Blazing Dude. Me too. And we're playing oh shit, I fucked this up again. And we're playing a harder version of it, modded. Oh, that sucks. Oh well, this is gonna be a pain in my dick. No, I wanted to sneak attack him! Oh! Okay. Oh, thank God. Who saved me? Oh, I thought I was far enough away from him. I was trying to cut through. His work blocks TikTok, but does it block Twitch? That's a good question. Yo, Sarah, thank you for the fest burst, dude. Chow, thank you for the heart me. Thank you guys so much for all the generosity. Dude, I hate that. I thought I understood why I did what I did, but I don't. I still can't believe I blew that one opportunity, man. That's so... Alright, maybe if I go far enough back, he won't show up. Yo, B with the 16-month TikTok sub! B, thank you so much for 16 months of TikTok support, dude. Thank you, thank you. Oh, fucker. Oh, It feels like forever since the last stream. Yeah, the last stream was the Friday before Thanksgiving week. Yo, Chow, thank you for the GGs, dude. Yeah, blocks all social medias and streaming. Damn. That's fair. I don't know too many big corporations like that would allow that kind of shit, because it not even like they would just view it as a distraction. Like, why would we allow you guys the ability to distract yourselves? Like, I could definitely see that. I wonder if we can sneak up on this motherfucker. Yo, Catatarius with the 8-month resub. Catatarius, thank you so much for 8 months of support, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, what? What? 5, 6, 7, 8. No, no, no. Finally. Here we go. Yours doesn't care as long as you're not streaming on a work device? Alright. Now let's heal. I guess it doesn't matter because that dude's gonna be able to one-tap us anyways. Yeah, I know how to roast things. Thank you. So are you off today, Odin? One more apple. All right. Cool. You wish you could replay the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom for the first time again? Yeah. I wish I could play Breath for the first time again. Although it makes me excited. That's what makes me excited, because I think there might be a possibility of another game like this on the next Nintendo console. And the thing is like right now, the like Nintendo, you know how like gaming companies, they do a lot of like code names and stuff like that whenever they're like doing developmental shit. So the code name for the new Nintendo console, from what I understand, is called Ounce. And there was a leak where they were talking about like different codename stuff, and one of the projects that they were working on was the same code name as Breath of the Wild and Tears, or similar to Breath and Tears, but with a -O for like Ounce. So some people are speculating that it might be a remake of Breath on the new console, but that would be stupid. Like, why would they do that? You know, like that, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me to do that. But what does make sense is them having another Zelda, open world Zelda title, or a Zelda title in this world, or whatever they plan on doing, on launch for the new console. Like, that makes more sense to me. You know what I mean? Am I even gonna be able to kill this guy? This guy's at tier 2. No, that's not it. I might just want to run past him, to be completely honest. I don't think I have enough shit to kill him. Not at least not until I get Fuse. Because I don't think 2 sticks is going to do it. What's up, Smoked Whiskey? Yeah, I don't think 2 sticks is going to do it. Adam, thank you for the heart me, dude. Chelsea, thank you for the heart me. Yeah, I'm thinking we might have to. I don't think I have the weapons. Yeah, because it takes more than 2 of these to kill the tier 2 construct soldiers, let alone a captain. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Jeff. Yes, challenge mode 1.0. Yeah, so we're just gonna scoot past this guy, just like this. Oh God. Any theories on the Switch 2? I don't know too much about it, to be honest. I've heard a bunch of different rumors.
That door will open only to those with
But
power.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Like what I have heard that seems to be pretty consistent is that it's gonna be around between like a PS like an Xbox One and an Xbox S, or like, because there's no like PS5 Lite or whatever, is there? Like where it's like an Xbox S, but it's gonna be like between that level, like between the previous gen and like the bottom tier of this gen, which for a Nintendo console, that's huge. So we can probably expect games finally in 60 frames.
That arm should allow you to open.
Probably not 4K yet. Maybe 4K. Who knows, man? Nintendo manages to squeeze the most out of like hardware, like more than any other game company. But yeah, I don't know too much about it. Supposedly, we're supposed to hear about it before the year is out, but that might even get pushed back again. It keeps getting pushed back. Because I think Nintendo doesn't want to have happen to them what happened to Sony when they like ran out of consoles for a while. So they're trying to make sure they got the supply for the demand.
I'm sure
I've also heard that we're going to be getting a Mario game and the 10th generation Pokemon game on there. That's pretty dope. You wouldn't mind Nintendo getting a little more graphically inclined? I wouldn't either. I'm like, and I'm not saying it's got to be like, you know, hyper realistic, right? I don't need to look at Link and see that, you know, he really needs to, you know, clean his pores out or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about that. But like, give me a Nintendo game in 60 frames in 4K. Hell, I'll even take like this is. I'll even take it in 1440. They look beautiful in 1440. Give me 60 frames 1440 for a Nintendo game, pff, dude. I'll be so sold. Did he nume himself off? He numed himself off the cliff. Ah, get wrecked. So no shield for me yet. That's fine. We'll get a shield in the one shrine. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, the reason why I'm excited is look what Nintendo managed to pull off with the Switch, right? And I always make the joke that the Switch is essentially a Samsung toaster, but like when you look at the Switch's hardware, the Switch is essentially back in like the PS3 era, right? The Xbox 360 era. That's what Nintendo has managed to pull off, has managed to use to pull these games off in 2023, 2024. So like I'm curious to see what they can do when they have something that is more to a modern spec of what everybody's used to. Don't jump. And I'm like look at how big and crazy Tears is in 16 gig. What's made out of 16 gigs, right? It launched at 16 gigs of space, and this game is massive, and it plays on a Nintendo Switch. Like you can't even play. Like Skyrim looks kind of shitty on a Nintendo Switch. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo, take the gloves off already, man, and let's see what you can do. Like quit holding back, man. Like, and I get why they do it though, because you know Nintendo's market isn't the high-end gamer fucking I'm gonna spend $600 on a console demographic. Nintendo's demographic that they sell to is families looking to get a reasonably priced console that is family friendly. Which is why Nintendos are so cheap and affordable, but it's also why Nintendos aren't on the same level of hardware as other consoles, because they want to keep it at a reasonable price and still make their money. And that's like the whole market that they've geared themselves toward, and smart because it's an open market. There's not really a solid console for that market except for Nintendo. which is also ironic because you can go on the Nintendo market and you can find fucking hentai games, but I'm not going to get into that. So until you bought your Switch last summer, the last Nintendo game you played was Link to the Past. When you walked around in Tears of the Kingdom, you saw grass move around Link, and let's say graphics blew your socks off as a novice baby gamer. Oh, dude. When I first played Breath, and you had that scene where he comes out of the Shrine of Resurrection, and he goes out, and you see the entire world just sprawl out in front of him, like as the first time seeing a massively open world Zelda, like on that scale. Oh, dude, it brought a tear to my eye. It made me so happy to see Hyrule fleshed out so much like that compared to like what we're used to it as, you know, is much simpler in much simpler forms. Like it was so cool to me. But if they just made Yoshi a little more dinosaur-like? I mean, I say stick with, like, they have their whimsical designs for a reason, right? Stick with the whimsy, because that's part of what Nintendo is, but just do it better, polish it more, make it a little more crispy, make Mario's backflips a little smoother, make Link's hyas a little more hyai. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to have, you know, ray traced, you know, Link or Mario. God, could you imagine like a realistic Mario and like that? I feel like that'd be like a Meat Canyon YouTube video, hyper realistic Mario. Hey Yoshi, come with me. We're gonna go jumping down the pipe and get to Bowser. And then like, you know, Mario's like, you know, got like warts and stuff on him and shit from being a gross plumber man diving around the sewers and shit. Like, you know, I don't like, you know, I don't want to see that. Give me the whimsical. Breath and Tears were fantastic, but you do miss the linear dungeon style games. So then you liked Echoes then, right? Because Echoes definitely went back to that kind of format. And I thought Echoes was a delightful little game. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the things holding back Breath and Tears from having more dungeons that were bigger and more fleshed out and shit like that. Although, like, Tears' dungeons were much better than Breath's dungeons. You know, they were bigger. They had a lot more going on to them and shit. But I would like to have seen more. You know, like 5 is better than 4, but it's still not 8 or 9. But at the same time, they squeezed all this in a 16 gig game that plays on a Switch. So like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in those situations. It's probably the same kind of problem they ran into with Wind Waker on the GameCube, and why they had to cut out a lot of content from Wind Waker. You know, because then they realized, oh, on the mini disc we can't fit as much shit as we'd like to because we're really afraid of people pirating our game. Just you, or are you wondering why there aren't any Zelda and Link babies? I mean, there were instances of Zeldas and Links probably having kids, and then there were instances of Zeldas and Links not getting together at all. Like the Ocarina of Time Zelda and Link, they didn't get together. Twilight Princess Link and Zelda, they didn't get together. Skyward Sword Link and Zelda did, but like, you know, at that point, Nintendo does like the fade to black, and then, you know, that's just part of the mystery of what happens after that. And then you hear about it in the next game, like, oh yeah, thousands of years ago in Christmas past, a big red ape from the North Pole was having feces toys, you know, or whatever, like the whole fucking Aqua Teen thing. You know, they go back and they tell you a little brief thing about it, and then they move on. Just like, you know, in Wind Waker, they hinted Ocarina. In Twilight, they hinted Ocarina. They don't really hint at Ocarina in Link to the Past, but that's because Link to the Past was made before Ocarina, but comes after Ocarina. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess need to be on the new console. Playing them on your GameCube is cool, but those games were not made for big TVs. Oh yeah, no, seriously, Beautiful Leaf. Like, that's why I bought the Wii U, is so that I can play them again. But I know Nintendo, supposedly they have plans to do that. I also wouldn't be surprised if they still end up on the Switch too. TOO2, not TWO2. Like, my guess would be we're probably going to see them, if I were to guess, I would say we're probably going to see them as part of like the digital GameCube. So I guarantee Nintendo's going to come out with a digital GameCube. They're probably going to have a digital Wii. And I mean, I don't know if they'll do a digital Wii U. Hopefully they do digital DS and 3DS too. A Bodor? Huh. They switched around stuff too. Well, I don't have a fucking shield, so I can't cheese this. Gotta do it as intended. As Miyamoto intended. You went down the rabbit hole of the Zelda timeline last night, and your head hurts. They put echoes between Triforce Heroes, but before Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense, right? Because, well, wait, that doesn't make sense, because then what happened to Ganon? Right, because Ganon was caught in the Ick, and we know that the dude was making Ganon's descend at us, right? Like we know that from Echoes. So then what happened to him? Like, did he just get spit out when we saved the world, and then bided his time for Zelda 1? Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Now that I think about it. Whatever. Multiverse theory for you, it's all different timelines. Like, frankly, if Nintendo wants to unify the timeline, there's an easy way to do it. They have two options, right? The first option is just to say, okay, fine, we never intended for there to be a timeline, which they've already admitted. So there is no timeline for Zelda. Treat it like a Final Fantasy game. There's a lot of similarities between the various games, but unless it specifically says it's a direct sequel, it's in its standalone universe that just has similar aspects. Every Final Fantasy game has a Cid. It has a Wiggs and a what's his other name? Whatever. Like Biggs and whatever. Like it has all those specific characters that you see in every Final Fantasy game, but they're all different unless it's like X2 or whatever. Like, just do that. The other option is to make Hyrule Warriors canon and come at the end of the timeline. That's the other option. If you make Hyrule Warriors canon, then you can smash the timeline right back into one direct timeline and then continue forward, because that's what Sia did to resurrect Ganon when he took over her brain or whatever happened in the fucking game. Like, she started grabbing people from every fucking timeline and bringing him into that timeline to try to reawaken him, because the pieces of his soul was separated throughout the timelines. Like, it's literally what they talk about in the whole fucking game. And then Nintendo's like, nah, it's not canon. And it's just like, bro, you solved your own problem, and then you said psych. Like, what the fuck? Like, they fixed their own fucking problem and then decided to be like, nah, it's not canon though. All right, man, whatever. It's your IP, man. You do what you want with it, but I would like to point out that you were making it purposely harder on yourselves at this point. Like, there's no getting around it. At this point, they are purposely making it harder on themselves for absolutely no reason. Because you know they're over it, too. They don't want to deal with the rabid... Like, I fuck around with the timeline shit because I just find it fascinating. I'm well aware that the timeline is convoluted, makes no sense, and contradicts itself constantly. And that Nintendo has openly said that they don't think of the timeline at all when they make new Zelda games. They only think about what mechanic they want to add to the game. Right? Like, we are all aware of this. I do the timeline shit for funsies. There's some people that get legitimately angry about the timeline. And those are the people that Nintendo have to deal with and why they constantly making all these changes. Because, like, people like me, I laugh about it. I'll make fun of them about it for a little bit. And then I move on with my life because it's a fucking video game, right? And it's just fun for me. Some people get legitimately mad about this shit. So, like, I don't know, man. They have multiple solutions to this problem, and they just keep making more problems by just fucking... Like, at this point, I think they're doing it on purpose. Like, I honestly think they're doing it on purpose. They're like, hey, guys, check this out. Get ready to go on, like, X and Blue Sky or wherever else that we're monitoring, you know, Instagram and TikTok. Let's see how pissed off these people get. Ready? All right. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have their own fourth branch of the timeline that comes after Ocarina of Time, and Echoes of Wisdom comes before the first Zelda but after Triforce Heroes. Okay, watch this shit, guys. Ready? Oh my god, yeah, they're already freaking out on the internet. Yep, this is great. I bet you that's what they fucking do, man. Like, let's watch these idiots get mad about a fucking video game timeline, and you know, we bite hook, line, and sinker every time, of course, because we love Zelda, and we want it to make sense. But we have to come to terms with the fact that it's never gonna make sense, ever. And frankly, I'd be worried if I'd be a little worried if Nintendo did make it make sense, because then that would mean they're more worried about the bullshit and not worried about what's important, which is making a fun Zelda game. Like, I don't care if the game doesn't make sense in the timeline. I don't. I just care if it's fun. And if it's a good Zelda game, it could completely upend everything as we know about the timeline for the fourth time in a row or fifth time in a row or whatever. I don't care. If it's a fun Zelda game, I'm going to play it and I'm going to enjoy it. Video game timeline? This is my religion, sir. Well, I mean, when we did our timeline playthrough, I did a full timeline playthrough about a few months before Tears dropped last year. Yo, Floor Sparkle with Style, thank you for the follow. Fun game greater than timeline? Absolutely. Now, as somebody that loves doing like video game lore, would I prefer there be like a little more cohesion to the timeline? Like a little bit, yeah. But then we also wouldn't be having these interesting, like, the one thing that I find interesting about this, and it's similar with FromSoft shit a little bit too, is because we don't have a clear outlined lore, right? Because we don't have clear outlined everything, and Nintendo keeps kind of like changing the fucking game because Nintendo, it makes for interesting conversations, at least, you know, because there's times when you see some very, very varying opinions on the timeline, and I've seen some where I'm just like, oh, things I didn't even think about. Some of them ridiculous in my opinion, some of them like, okay, you know what, that's actually really valid. But it makes for some really good conversations. And then, of course, you get some people that are like, who fucking cares? And it's like, yeah, I mean, like, you shouldn't get, like, angry about it and care like that. But, you know, it's something interesting to talk about. Makes you scratch your noggin a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I realize now, while I was having less problems with the tier 2 constructs in New Game Plus than I was in this, and it was because every time I came across them, there was always a seized construct that would wipe them out for me. Nice. Oh, Zilly's back. Sweet. What's new in the 1.0 version of challenge mode? They cleaned up a lot of stuff. They added a new armor. They've added a new variation to all of the 6 mini bosses, i.e. Taloses, Hinoxes, Stalnoxes, Froxes, Gleox, shit like that. Anything that's got a name bar, they've added a new, stronger variant to it. I heard the rumor that they also added in a boss Lionel somewhere. They've added in more Lionels throughout it. They've stabilized a lot of shit. Like it's. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. They added a lot of shit. Welcome home.
I did it.
You made it.
I went to the store and I got litter and I got crickets. The donuts were super expensive, so I just ordered one on Amazon.
Okay.
It'll be here Friday, but I figured in the meantime we can just use the old cone.
Yeah.
I feel bad because she's a hard enough time eating already.
I know, but we also got to keep her from licking her leg completely
so
off.
Put the cone on her and
Yeah.
the donut will be here Friday.
Awesome.
It looks like a regular. It looks like a donut. It was on sale for Cyber Monday for like $11.
Nice. Good.
Alright, I'm gonna go here for therapy.
Love you.
Me too.
You sound like you're feeling better.
In spirit, yes. My voice not so much.
True.
Can you hear it in my voice?
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
But yeah, I am feeling better.
That's good.
Little stuffy, little coffee.
Aw. Ooh, Alicia, thank you for the heart me. All right, where was I? Apple. All right, thank you, sir. I ran off the beaten path. Hey, morning, Quirky. How you doing, dude? Do you have to pay for that for the 1.0 challenge mode? No, it's a free mod. It is a free mod. So yeah, so Korth thought that it comes out the 11th? Oh shit. I thought I told him it was the 1st. He must have misheard me. Or maybe he just misremembered. 11, 1, you know what I mean? Yeah. We learned a couple of interesting things when we did our timeline playthrough. First, we learned that they just crammed fucking Minish Cap and Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures into the timeline. Like, it doesn't make sense in the timeline at all. Like, whatsoever. Like, they don't talk about the Master Sword at all. They don't talk about the Triforce at all. In Four Swords Adventures, there's like a Ganon resurrection, but it's a different version of Ganon altogether. Like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense in the timeline, and I think Nintendo just put it in there as filler. Like, frankly, I think they should all have their own independent little offshoot timeline that would make more sense to me. What else did we learn? We learned that Triforce Heroes is the worst Zelda game ever made. That's not even just my opinion. That's just a fact. This is a fact. This is the worst Zelda game ever made. The worst official Zelda game. Let me be fair. It's the worst official Zelda game ever made. We don't talk about the CDI games. Wow, he got the shield. Frick. I knew it. Okay. Oh. Come on. How do you get the mod? You have to, I mean, to be able to mod a Zelda game, there's a lot of stuff you got to do. I can't explain it. That's why a lot of content creators get in trouble with Nintendo, is because they explain modding and stuff like that, which Nintendo gets very upset about. What I can say is that Google is an amazing resource, and you can find all of your answers on there. Because if I was able to figure it out with Google, and I'm a dummy dum-dum, anybody can. Have you listened to the Zelda Christmas music yet? No, not yet. You had it playing yesterday, and it took getting to the Lost Woods song for your dad to realize it was Zelda. Aw. Yeah, I haven't yet, only because, like, I don't want to start, like, I got the Christmas theme going on and all that, but I don't want to start, like, the music and everything too early. We'll probably listen to that, like, you know, the week before. Like, the week of. We'll listen to that stuff. Yeah. I cannot explain those things on stream. And it's not me being like, oh, I'm such a big streamer that Nintendo's gonna come after me. Like, that ain't it. But all it takes is one viral video, and then all of a sudden they got you in their fucking sights. And yeah, I don't really feel like taking that risk. Like, shit, I saw this one video this guy put out where he's like, oh man, am I gonna be in trouble with Nintendo? And they were like, why? Because I guess like a week before Nintendo put out this whole like terms of service thing, what they thought, which was their what they put as their definitions of like what they consider pirating and all this other shit. One of those was using like those third-party ROM cards to, like, you know, you put like the game, it looks like just a regular old Switch cartridge. You put it in your console and you can like upload your shit to it. And he did like a step-by-step video, and then like they put it out, like he's like, so then his response video was, is Nintendo gonna sue me? It's like, oh god, like don't put that out in there in the universe for you, my guy. You don't want that kind of that press. How was my Thanksgiving? It was awesome. What's challenge mode? It's essentially like what master mode was for Breath, with a few extra additives. There's extra mini boss fights in here. They've added in tiers to the mini boss, like the Hinoxes and the Froxes and all that shit. They've added new versions of them into the game. They've added gold enemies in. They've added Seas Constructs in, which Seas Constructs are like constructs that have been taken over by Mercerdorf. All sorts of shit. It's really cool. It's also rebalanced a lot of the stuff that I do, i.e. like flurry rushes, things like that. Stamina usage when you're running. Like, it's weakened flurry rushes. I don't get like 7 attacks with a one-handed weapon on a flurry rush. I get like 3. No, I'm not 100%ing. No. We're doing a full playthrough, but I don't give a crap to find every Korok, nor to find every named location. I'm not worrying about 100%ing the map. We might do all shrines. I haven't decided. But we are doing all temples because we have to. to get the game state up. Because instead of doing it like, so the last time I did challenge mode when I was just fucking around with it, I did it in the New Game Plus, which what the New Game Plus did was basically crank the difficulty of this all the way to the maximum, i.e. as if I had beaten all of the shrines and all of the temples, so that like all of the max level enemies were spawning right off the bat. And this, I have it regular so that we can really experience the mod as it was intended, as like a version of master mode. And it also is going to force me to not skip stuff because I'm already, you know, if you've already got the enemies out that I'm looking for, then I'm not going to worry about, you know, doing temples and shit like that. And they've changed a lot of the stuff in the temples too, and they've increased the difficulty of the temple bosses. So I want to check all that out. How funny would that have been if that fucking log flew up behind me, booped me in the back, and just offed me? Because I was impatient. Is that a tier 1? It is a tier 1. Why is that a tier 1? Did they forget to update him? Do 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 do. That's a thick stick. What's up, Bubby Gun? If you Google it, you can find all that out. Probably kept a few tier 1s for the compendium. Yeah, generally what they're supposed to do is leave like one. All right, is the Lionel there or do they move it? Because they said they moved a Lionel. They might have moved this Lionel because the lead developer was watching my VODs and she I think I'm gonna say they. I'm not sure if it was a she or a he, so I'm just gonna say they. Because I know they saw my VODs, and one of the things I was saying in my VODs that the thing that makes this they moved this Lionel. The thing that made this Lionel fight hard wasn't the Lionel. It was if you're trying to kill the Lionel kept running off the fucking cliff, or it would fall in that hole and get stuck, and it was really annoying. So I think they took my advice on that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Because that wasn't a really good spot for the fight. You know? What would have been funnier is if they put the Lionel like up there on that hill, and then you're just getting shit raining down on top of you, and you're like, why is this happening? And then there's the Lionel up there, and you're like, oh shit! And then you gotta go. That would be cool. Can I break this with this? No, we gotta come back. Okay. Look at me making differences. Hey, man. I didn't even know they would. I didn't even know they. One, I didn't know they knew I existed, and two, which they didn't until they just found my VODs, and then two, I never thought they were gonna. I mean, whenever I give these critiquings, it's more just me thinking out loud of my opinion on it. But it's really cool when you see changes made to something because of something you said. That's like really cool. Does one need to jailbreak their Switch for this? You might. You'll either need to have a jailbreak. Well, I mean, like, depending on the route that you go to do it, yeah. So if you want to go about it without screaming yo ho ho at the top of your lungs, then yes, you're gonna have to get a day one Switch or you're going to have to get a Switch and mod it some other way. Again, like I can't tell you how to do those things, but you'll have to do that. You'll have to be able to play this as a ROM on your computer or with a Switch that allows you to upload mods into the Switch. As to how one goes about and does that, I don't know. But like I said, Google, man, you can find out anything on Google. It's crazy. I bought my Switch. Oh yeah, I had my first Switch was a day one Switch. I got my Switch right on launch. Ooh, I got my Switch right on launch and had it for years. I have two Switches. I have two. I have my day one Switch, and then I have my my Tears Switch. My OLED Tears Switch. What's up, Tony? I had a great time off. I got to spend time with my family. I got to see my niece and my nephew and my grandma and my uncle. I hadn't seen my grandma and my uncle in a while, which was nice. It was good to see them. Although my grandma's not doing the best, but she's hanging in there. Basically, if you can learn any lesson, don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke cigarettes. And don't vape. You don't end up like my grandma. She's on a breathing machine right now. Cause I'm pretty sure she's quit smoking at this point because she had to, but before then she kept like not. She was supposed to quit and then she wouldn't. And we'd catch her sneaking and stuff because, you know, it's a really hard thing to kick when you've been doing it for that long. But yeah, don't smoke. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. It's not worth it. Trust me. Yeah, it really is. But she's hanging in there, you know. She's hanging in there. She's got like she's got like an oxygen tank that she has to have on her at all times. But she was able to make it out for Thanksgiving, which was awesome. Because they're closer to my sister. Like most of my family lives up in Chicago. My sister, my mom, and my dad live down by St. Louis. They don't live in Missouri. They live in Illinois still, but they live by St. Louis. You know, across the border. And so, but it's like a 4-hour drive for them to go visit them. Whereas then if they were to come visit us, it's like a 9-hour drive. All right, I'm gonna be right back real quick. Hello, you just finished school today. How are you? I'm good, man. How are you doing? Gotta be happy to be doing class, huh? Yeah. I mean, you gotta remember though, like older people, like my grandma's. How old is my grandma? She's got to be pushing 80. Like, she came from the time when people didn't think like smoking was bad for you for the longest time, so they would just chain smoke all the fucking time. Kind of like, honestly, now that I think about it, it's kind of the same dynamic with how some younger people fucking vape. Like how often and much, you know what I mean? Which is like one of the big problems of vaping, is because they're like, it's a healthier alternative, so it's okay. And then they go fucking crazy and just do it all the time. There was that same mentality back in the day with cigarettes. Like, they used to have athletes and be like, yeah, you know, I'm able to run my 50-yard dash because I smoke a pack of these a day. And it's just like, what? Like, nowadays, it's like, what? Back then, they were like, oh, man. I want to run that, too. You got 2 tests today, 8 in English, 9 in France. Nice. You have friends that smoke or vape? One of them's at the hospital? Oof. Yeah, man. That's just not good for you. Did they add that? What the fuck? This isn't supposed to be here. This whole... there was just supposed to be a Korok down... Oh, no, I'm thinking of the wrong spot. Korok's in a different spot. Korok's in a different spot. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Don't mind me. No. I was thinking of the wrong spot. I was thinking of the wrong spot. Blump. Blump, blump. Blump, blump. Blump, blump, blump. I was thinking of a different spot. You've been vaping since you were 14 or something, and you have a bedside vape? Ugh, dude, be careful with that shit, man. Like, the funniest thing I get when I go to the doctors is they're like they'll be like, you don't fucking vape, do you? And it's like, no. Okay, cool. Thank God. It's like, I've never seen a doctor do that ever until like those last few years with vaping. Like, not even with smoking. Like, if they found out you were a smoker, they would just like roll their eyes and be like, really, man, come on. Like, do I need to explain it to you? And it's like, no, you don't. Like, you know, I know what I'm doing. It's stupid. I know, blah, 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 kind of shit. But like vaping, they're like, for the love of God, stop it. Is it really that bad? Like, I'm not sure what it is about it. I don't know if it's because like it's at different temperatures or because like it's I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that it fucks people's lungs up really bad to the point to where like they have to treat you differently if they have to intubate you and stuff if you vape. Like, when I was going in for my procedure a while back, that was the first thing they asked. They're like, do you vape? And if you do, how long have you been vaping for? Because we need to know so that we know how to properly, you know, deal with that shit because of what possible lung damage. And I was just like, really? And they're like, yes. I was like, holy shit. Early. Oh, you fucker. It invites tiny bits of literal metal into your lungs, does it? Oh, jeez. You had a dream that the new Nintendo console came out and they released new Breath of the Wild DLC? Not new Tears, new Breath DLC? That'd be a weird move. This is Tears. This is Tears, dude. Some vape use for hands put BS chemicals in their product and salt, and there's much higher doses than what cigarettes are. And since you literally heat a metal coil, the debris can get in your lungs. Yeah, it's bad. And like I remember when vaping like first came out, and they were marketing it as a tool to quit smoking. They're like, it's a healthier alternative to smoking, and it'll help you quit. And all I see now is just literally shifted everybody over to to that instead, and it's just like, oh, never mind. Ooh, I know what I can do. What do I have? I've got 10 of these. Nice. Might as well use what I got, man. You know, I got them and I'm confused now. Yeah, I mean that's just the one thing that I find most interesting about vaping is, you know, if a doctor is acting that severe about it, and I like I said, I grew up when they would act similarly about smoking but less severe. Like the fact that they're taking that route to it is like it must really be really bad, man. Oh, he followed through. God damn it. Vaping can also cause popcorn lung, which can lead to scarring of the lungs' air sacs and thickening of the airways and decreased blood flow to the heart muscle, even at rest. It can lead to cardiovascular plaque, which can also cause heart attacks and other cardiovascular problems. Jesus. You don't want particles in your lung, thank you very much, right? The conversations make you want to switch back to flour. I mean, I did. I mean, I never really switched off of it. I use flour to help with my intestinal inflammation stuff. It really helps out with the pain and stuff like that. And when I had my procedure and I told my doctor about it, the first thing after that, she was like, well, you don't vape that, do you? And I was like, I don't vape at all. She's like, okay, good. This is Tears. There's no Skylands, and I mean, I guess it's fair because it's modded, but yeah, it's Tears. It's Tears. But yeah. The doctor said that's the better alternative. The doctor was like, if you're going to do that, that's fine. Just don't vape it. Which one do I prefer? I like Tears better. Don't get me wrong, I like Breath, but Breath felt, as much as Breath was awesome because like it was that first step into this, it felt incomplete. God damn it. I hate this guy. You're at the bus stop having a coughing fit, you're all good, you'll just almost better, and there's a guy vaping away when it's illegal to smoke or vape at bus stops. Jeez. Does the emulator run good for me? The emulator normally runs, so like I need to get myself on a 2 PC setup, but I'm missing some things, and I'm in the process of getting myself on a 2 PC setup. When I'm like, the way that it's slightly choppy now is about as bad as it gets. When I'm not dual streaming from the same PC that I'm running the emulator on, it plays perfectly. it plays better than perfectly. So I really need to get on a 2 PC setup, but I'm in the I need to get a internet splitter. Because where my internet comes into my office, I thought I had an extra outlet, extra input for it. I don't. I disagree. And I'm gonna die. No way! Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I using 1.0 or 1.01? I'm using, I think 1.0. I'm using whichever one. I downloaded it last night off of Banana Gaming Banana. How's it going, Echo? Oh, come in here. Let me double check. Let me see. Challenge mode 100. So yeah, 100, not 101. Did you guys release a little update? Oh. Why am I not using my full flurry rush? I can't. I'm playing it so the mod makes it so that I can only use 2 flurry rush with a two-handed weapon or 3 with a one-handed weapon. Day one issues always happen. Absolutely. Ooh. So I have what locations was there crashing? You mentioned splitting your internet. Amazon has a Netgear 5 port unmanaged switch on sale for less than 15 right meow. You've used them a few different build outs and they work great for something super simple. Ooh, perfect. Because we could shut down and I could update it really quick. And then it should be fine using the same file. Yeah, let's do that really quick so I don't end up crashing. All right, so ooh, thank you, Echo. Thank you so much. Also, I noticed you guys moved the Lynel away from the Fuse Shrine, which that's actually I liked that change because that Lynel, the biggest pain in the ass about that Lynel wasn't the fact that it was a blue Lynel right by that shrine, which I mean I was doing it again. I was doing that with the New Game Plus on, so I would assume maybe it's a red Lynel without New Game Plus, but I wanted the weapons and the bow, and I restarted that fight so many times because that dumb Lynel kept running off the cliff or falling in that pit or whatever, and it was so yeah. I'm not ready for Tony. Is that because I remember you said that there was a named Lynel boss fight, and I cannot wait to take a selfie with Tony. If that's his name is Tony, I can't wait to take a selfie with him. Oh, hold on, motion control. Come on, there we go. Oh shit. Ooh. Yeah. This might be funny. Ha! No! Oh! Get wrecked! Oh, fuck. I didn't think he was going to go with the follow back through. It's always blue. It does not scale. It would be annoying to deal with a gold line. Fair. Am I aware, at least vaguely, of what was added from 0.6 to 1.0? I looked through the notes and I looked at the book at the very beginning. I saw that you added one of each. You added a new tier, so like basically like the king or queen version. It seemed like the mama or the papa version of like all the named mini bosses, like Hinoxes, Gleox, Taloses. I saw you added in a new armor set. Was it just one new armor set or was it multiple? I knew about the Lionel weapons. That was already happening in 0.6. Only reason I know about the Lionel boss is you, because I didn't even see that one in the notes. So that was nice. What else? I know that you guys made some balancing adjustments. You added in a more of a variety of enemies into the areas where they're like gathered together, like around like for example around the one Skyview Tower. You've made the final bosses of the dungeons harder, and they all do gloom damage, which I agree with. I think that was a good move. And I think you guys moved around a lot of chest locations, because I've noticed that every chest that I've opened so far, except for the key ones like the skirt, or the kilt or whatever, you know, the pants. Like, for example, the silver moblin horn that we already got that I'm saving for a rainy day. The paddle, that was new. So you guys have moved around and stuff like that. But what else am I? Shrine and dungeon chests, yes. There's one new armor set. Nice. Is it gonna be an early game or a later game armor set? Like, is it gonna be something that we can find early game or something we can only find later game? All right, much better now that he's not freaking fanning me away with a freaking... There we go, that should take care of you. Shrine, extremely late game unless you're a god gamer. Oh. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my other Breath and Tears content, but I am very good at these games. Probably my biggest brag that I can give with Tears and Breath is I beat Master Mode Breath Master Sword Trials at 3 hearts with no buff food. And we just raw dogged 3 hearts. Twice, actually. I've done it twice. It's a lot of fun. Pretty easy. I mean, when you know it, when you know what to do, it's easy. You know, it's not easy, but when you know how to do it, it's pretty easy.